so peaceful and tranquil today. I just hear the sound of my own footsteps squelching in the mud as I walk down the canal. Some birds tweeting. There's a plane somewhere in the distant sky overhead. Really calm, serene, still. And I thought it might be a opportune moment, really, this, because as this uprising across the world takes place and gathers pace, what is it? What is it that defines the uprising? It's three words, maybe: peace, love and truth. But peace, it's peaceful. And I think I understand why it's peaceful. I think that everybody who's involved, who's taken a stand, who's spoken out, who's lived through truth rather than lies, I think many of those people have a connection to something that's greater and that's bigger than themselves, like the natural world. Many people understand that society has become enslaved to things that are unnatural, you know, things that make us act unnaturally, sitting in front of a TV for hours every day, scrolling through phones, looking at social media feeds, taking pharmaceutical products by the bucket load, drinking excessively, eating bad diets. And I say these things because it's important for us also to realise the ways in which we still are enslaved by the system, in inverted commas. Because to an extent, I still am. But I also have one foot in this world of peace and abundance, real opportunity, more than a glimpse of a different world. A world that I'm not yet fully immersed in, but I know that is there. And I think many of us can see that world, have got one foot in that world. And on this day of complete stillness and peace, where I'm starting to see the first signs of life as well. As I say that, here's some crocuses. I don't know whether I can, I can't flip this camera around, unfortunately, it won't work, but crocuses just starting to appear, and snowdrops and daffodils. So on this amazing day, where nature just instructs us to find calm and peace. Sometimes it's the only way, for me anyway. You know, I woke up today feeling pretty tired, in quite a bit of pain with my back and neck. But the healing effect of nature is already working. And I think sometimes our psychological pain, physical pain, emotional pain, whatever it is we may be feeling, to a large extent is a result of being wrapped up too much in our thoughts, in the way that we mentally think our way through our lives. And yet we come out into the natural world and we see, we remind ourselves, or rather nature reminds us, that we must feel and immerse and surrender more than we think and logically process and reason, even though those things are important. And that is about understanding that, as well as harnessing, understanding, getting to know ourselves and our individual power and sovereignty, and how we can sculpt the world around us by sculpting our own character, that we must realise we are part of something much bigger than ourselves. And in a way, it doesn't really matter what that may be, as long as it has positive altruistic values behind it. But for me, nature has always been fascinating to me. The changing seasons, the way it can look beautiful even where everything's dead, as it pretty much is at the moment, despite the first signs of life. Kind of like a beauty about it, no matter what the season is. You know, and I think nature teaches us resilience. It teaches us rebirth. It teaches us colour and beauty. You know, and that's a word as well, isn't it? Beauty, appreciation of beauty, which can manifest in so many different ways. And this freedom, truth movement is a beautiful thing. I think because it's got so many people who have an appreciation of the true beauty in life. And the true beauty in life manifests itself in nature, in the work that other human beings are doing to save humanity and to advance humanity. It manifests itself in so many different ways, and that is truth. That's truth, and possibly something that the dark forces that still cast their shadow possibly haven't bargained for, is that the uprising that I'm sure they knew would happen, and obviously is happening, had they bargained for a peaceful and loving uprising, people stoically making their stand in a harmonious, community-based, unified way, interconnected, building new communities, and as I say, standing in their own values, in their own truth, refusing to be moved. True inclusivity, hear this word bandied about all the time. Real inclusivity, real diversity, real equality, real tolerance, real liberalism, true liberalism, true equality, true diversity, truly tolerant. And that's what truth and love and peace is. So that's what today's video I wanted to say. We can never rule out that violence would manifest itself in some way. That was never going to be propagated by the likes of us. If it happens, and I don't think it will be engaged in by people who suddenly realise the lies that they've been told. Not by people like us, because we're not violent people. We're lion hearts, but we're not violent people. Because a society that really is educated, intellectually and morally and emotionally mature would never need to resort to violence to solve its problems. But I'm increasingly confident that as we transition away from many aspects of the old world and free ourselves in increasing numbers from the system, that it can be done, and will be done, and is being done in a peaceful and loving manner, which is amazing to see. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of my walk today. Please do let me know what you think about what I've said. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye bye.